Alright, here we are with our first look at Bethpage Black. Take a quick look at this clubhouse, which is a beautiful clubhouse. We can see most of the course from here, which is pretty cool. It's got a nice open layout, not a ton of trees, although they do have some strategically placed ones, I think, along the way. But that's a beautiful course in Bethpage State Park. So this is pretty cool. Now, normally in these first looks, at the end I kind of give my impressions of the course and whether or not I think you should get it. But I'll tell you, this is one sitting here on the first tee. I can tell you this is one you're going to want. So I don't even think I have to see the course to tell you that. So if you've been saving your money or waiting for the right course to come out before you buy one, this is that course. All right. So, all right. On this first hole, this might be a 3-wood in normal circumstances, but this is a first look. So you know what? We're gonna hit our driver here and see what we can do. We're gonna try and go right over those two small little trees on the right hand side. See if we can hold the fairway. Oh, that's going to go through the fairway. And that's the danger of this first hole. All right. There's no way my gap is going to get there, so let's try and hit a high. Let's try and hit a high pitch wedge and see if we can get it all the way back there. That might be okay. Yep, that's not too bad. All right, let's see. Oh, very nice. All right. So we got a second hole here. This is an interesting hole because you can see the fairway slopes down on you. So if you can keep it in the fairway, you should stay there, but you just got to make sure not to hit it too far right or it's going to be an awkward shot up to that green. So we're going to hit a 3-wood here and see what we can make happen. That should be okay. Yeah, that's going to hold the fairway nicely. All right. Now we got a severe uphill. I don't know if I can get my gap wedge all the way there. I'd rather have a putt than be short, so I'm going to take this pitch wedge. I'm going to try and hit it high. Just make sure I can get it on the green. Okay, we got it up high. Get down, get down. Okay, that's pretty good right there. So this is probably one of your more tamer greens. It just kind of runs back to front. All right, let's see if we can squeeze a birdie out of here. Oh, just snuck it in the side. All right. Whew. Now this par 3, this is a little nuts. I don't know if there's a way to hold this green unless you land it right on the very front and come in high. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to take this 5-wood and we're going to try and hit it high and see if we can potentially hold this green. Okay, we went up high, but we're left. Oh, and short. Oh, that was not a good swing. All right. Okay. We need you to run, but you're not going to run, are you? Okay. This should be a pretty straight putt. All right. Par on this hole is good. Par on this hole is good. All right. Now we got a par 5. This is interesting because sometimes the play might be a 3-wood to be somewhere around in here. But we're going to hit the driver because this is our first look and we don't care that much. So let's see if we can get this driver to land in just the right spot. Might be a little too far to the right. No, we held on. That's a good shot. All right, that's the only way you're going to have a chance to go for this green in 2 and stop it. So we don't want to go long because you can see down here it just runs on down. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take this club. I know it looks like it's long, but it's severely uphill, and I'm going to try and hit this high because that front bunker is not a bad spot to be in. Okay, I got that up high, so if that gets to the green, it might stop. Yeah, but look at that. Landed on the very front, ran all the way to the back edge. Whew, okay. Yeah, I don't even know how you could give yourself a good eagle putt here unless you're long off the tee and could take like a 7 or 8 iron into it. All right. See if we can get this close for birdie. Oh, not too bad. We should be able to make this one. Okay. That'll work. All right. Now we got a downhill shot here. This bunker shouldn't be in play with the driver, but we definitely need to carry it over the left edge of that bunker, or else we will end up in the rough. So let's try to go right over that left edge. Oh, that's too far. That's going to go through. Maybe. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So they got these things laid out pretty strategically. All right. So taking a look at this green, short's not too bad, but you got a little backstop on the back. So I don't think the 7 iron's gonna get there. So I'm gonna try and hit this 6 iron a little high. Let's see if we can get it right up front. I don't think that bunker's a bad spot for this pin. Is that gonna be enough? Nope. Oh, but it didn't go in the bunker. This is a makeable chip. So let's see. Ooh, almost got it there. That's okay. We'll take par on that hole if we miss the fairway. All right. Now normally this one might be a 3-wood, but you got a tight landing area. So we're going to take all those bunkers out of play because we're going to be close to the hole if we go downhill. So even if we're left or right, it's not going to be a long shot. So let's just get it up and over those bunkers and then go from there. That might be a good shot. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Looking at this green, it all comes back to front like some of the others. So we're going to aim a little right of the hole because we don't want to be in that left trouble. It gives us no green to work with. And of course, we do not put enough on that one to get it there, but we got to put. All right. Turn ball, turn ball, turn ball. Oh, look at that. Snuck it in. All right. So here's another kind of dangerous one because if you go too far left, you're going to go in the rough. So you got to almost hit a fade. And we're still going to be 200 plus out, by the way. So let's try and hit a fade. That did not fade. And I don't know if that will stop. It will not. Oh. Okay, first cut's okay. But we're still a long ways out. 235. Take a look at this green. Yeah, we're trying to go right up the middle here, I think. Although I don't think that left bunker or even the right bunker is too bad. So let's see if we can hit this 5-wood up high and get it to come down soft. It's not too bad though. All right, let's see if we can run this one up there somewhat close. Ooh, a little long, but Alright, we got the par. Par on this hole's good. As you can see, if you hit fairways, there's a lot of easiness to this golf course, I guess you could say, and then some of the holes are really hard. So taking a look at this one, for example, this is a crazy green complex, so you got to get this one all the way back, or else you're going to be way down here if you're on pro greens. So I'm going to take this guy and try and hit it nice and high. See if we can get it to go all the way back there and land soft. Alright, that's got to get there. Oh, nice kick. Okay. Yeah, right's not too bad because you're going to get a bounce if you're on the right-hand side. So let's see if we can pay that really good shot off. Oh, and we underread it. That was not that hard of a putt. We should have made that, but I digress. All right. Number 9. So this one's a tough one. So I hit my driver low, so I'm not sure I'm carrying this bunker. I might normally take a 3-wood over here to give myself a shot, but hey, this is the first look, so we're going to hit the driver, and we're going to try and hit it high. And that's too far right, I think, unless it gets down. Ooh, just in the rough. Okay, that's a lot better than that bunker, though. All right, this is a crazy green. We'd much rather be left, but we got some room to work with right, so the right doesn't scare me too much. I don't know if that 7-iron will get there, but we're going to try. All right. It's on a decent line if it's got enough. Looks like it does. Oh, just needed another yard, but that's okay. This bunker is not bad. This is what I call a makeable bunker shot. All right. Ooh. I did not want that much on it, though. All right, we don't really care about our score here, so let's just put it up there and take our bogey and move on. All right. Pretty straightforward up the chute. Don't be left, don't be right. There's not much to this one. Okay. Up the middle. That's good. Still going to have a long second shot. All right. It's an interesting green complex. We can see this thing's pretty well protected. But we've got, 10 yards in front of the hole to work with here, so that's not too bad. Let's see if we can hit this 6-iron high. Get it to come down a little short and stop for us. That's on a good line if it's got enough. Now stop. Okay, so we had a little backstop on this green, so that's a pretty good shot. We'll take that. Did we underread it? Did we get it? Underread it? Oh, just underread it. Okay. That was a good putt, though. Never upset with those. All right, another one where we just gotta pipe it up the middle here. And did we do it? Don't. Okay, that's not horrible. Ooh, that is a tough pin placement. That's ridiculous. All right. Let's see if we can get this all the way back there. I don't think that's going to get all the way back there. Just don't come. Okay, didn't come back down. This is not a bad putt. Oh, it did not turn much at all. Wow. That's a pretty straight putt. Maybe a left edge or right edge on that one. All right. So again, got to get it over this this bunker here. And maybe hope to hold the fairway. So let's hit this guy high and see what we can get. That should get over it. Yeah. And high enough to stop. Alright, that's a pretty good shot there, I think. So we got another interesting green. Let's see. Right, if we get stuck in this bunker, we're going to have an okay bunker shot that we can kind of get up. So the right's not too bad, so we don't mind being left either. Alright, let's hit this 5-iron up high. Let's see if we can get this to come up just short of the pin. I guess we're taking a direct line. Okay, that's not a bad shot. We'll take that. But there's no real good spot to putt from on this pin, it doesn't look like. Oh, so close. All right. Second and last par 5. This one's a long one. Just got to pipe it up the middle to have any chance. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's going to be decent. But herein lies the rub. I don't know if that 3-wood is going to get over this bunker. Not unless we hit it super high, but we might. We got a little bit of help with the backstop, so we're going to try. See if we can get this 3-wood up high to get over that bunker, but who knows. I don't think it's going to. Oh, well, we got over. That's not a bad leave. That's not a bad leave. All right. Okay. Oop. Gotta hit it. Oh. Yep. Okay. All right. Now this par 3. This bunker is no good. I think we'd rather be long. So let's see. We'll take this 7-iron in high and hope we don't come up short. I went a little left, so bunker's not a problem. Just get down. Yep, there's a... Alright, we pulled that one a little bit while we got that extra distance, but that's alright. Ooh. Wow. Too much on that. Although we're not taking our time because it's a first look. Like I said, we don't care about the score. We're just trying to get you to see the course. Alright. Yeah, this is not a tough par 3, but I made it out to be. Alright. So pretty straightforward on this drive. We'll take a look at that green complex when we get up there. Oh, okay, yeah, that should be fine. The fairway's a must on this hole. If you're further back in the rough, this one's going to be hard to stop the ball on. Alright. We have got to get it within a few yards of the pin, or we're coming all the way back down to the front. And I don't think that 9-iron's going to do it. So I'm going to try and hit this kind of a high 8 and see if we can get it back there. Oh, we pulled that one. It's possible my floor might be off because I'm hitting the ball a little left on average here. All right. So this is another straightforward high shot, and we want to be in the fairway here. Oh, and I don't know if we are. We are not. So that's going to make this even more difficult. All right. So not a bad green here. We just want to kind of run this right up the front, maybe miss that bunker, although that bunker's not in a bad spot. Okay, not a bad lead from the rough. All right, let's put this ball down there and move on. All right. Last par 3. And this is a very pretty par 3. I like this one. This kind of has little remnants of Augusta 12. You know, Sawgrass 17 is another pretty one, but this is a beautiful par 3. So we want to be left, not right. Oh, and we're right, so you're going to get to see it run down that hill. All right. And then we get to put up this monstrosity. Oh, did that ball lip out? Oh, yeah. So we're not taking our time with these. I'm impressed with that. All right. Last hole, hole 18. And this one is a beautiful one, but you gotta be in the fairway. Don't be left, don't be right. Simple, simple. All right, right down the middle. That's good. That's gonna give us an easy shot in. Again, with a little bit of wind in our face, I think we got to go with that high pitching wedge. I don't like those bunkers because I feel like it runs back too far for you to be able to control it. So we might aim a little left to make sure we don't go in those bunkers. Not quite that far left, but I'd much rather have that than that bunker shot. So, all right. Oh, that would have been a nice way to end it. But all right, there you go. So there is Bethpage Black. Bethpage Black, that is. Ended up right back where we started. So, yes, absolutely a must-have course. One of the reasons why I like this one so much is because there are hard holes that require you to do certain things. Like there are some holes where you have no chance if you don't hit the fairway. And then there are other holes that are forgiving. So, you know, you probably got half the holes you can make some mistakes on, and half the holes that you can't. But I think you've got the opportunity to go pretty low here, if you play it right? But you gotta be on point with your shots. You gotta choose your shot shape, and you gotta hit the green in the right spots, and you gotta avoid the trouble on some of the holes. But other than that, this is a beautiful course. It's challenging. I love it. So. All right, there you go. Go get yourself Bethpage Black, and good luck in the weekly this week. If this is a brand new video for you, you're seeing this shortly after it's posted. This where the weekly currently is, so this ought to be fun. Otherwise, enjoy. There you go. There's your first look at Bethpage Black.